Hare Krishna, everybody, Dandavat Pranam, Shri Radha Madhav Ashtasaki Vrinda ki Jai, Rajapur Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadramaya, Sudarshan ki Jai, Shri Lakshmi Narasimhadev, Anantadev ki Jai, Gaur Nitai ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for chanting the holy names in the Brahma Muhurta. So, before we could get to the verse, I would like to do a very short kirtan. जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रजजन रञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रजजन रञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारि यमुनतीरावनचारि जयो राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जयो गंधर्विका गिरिधारी गौर हरि गंधर्विका गिरिधारी गौर हरि जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्ति भवति नैस्तिकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 5, Text number 12. तस्मै नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय धीमहि यन्मायया दुर्जयया मां वदन्ति जगद्गुरुम्. Word to word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. I offer my obeisances and meditate upon Lord Krishna, Vasudeva, the personality of Godhead, whose invincible potency influences them, the less intelligent class of men, to call me the Supreme Controller. Purport. As will be more clearly explained in the next verse, the illusionary potency of the Lord bewilders the less intelligent to accept Brahmaji, or for that matter, any other person as the Supreme Lord. Brahmaji, however, refuses to be called this, and he directly offers his respectful obeisances unto Lord Vasudeva or Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, as he has already offered the same respects to him in the Brahma Samhita 5.1. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. The Supreme Lord is a personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, the primeval Lord in his transcendental body, the ultimate cause of all causes. I worship that primeval Lord Govinda. Brahmaji is conscious of his actual position, and he knows how less intelligent persons, bewildered by the illusionary energy of the Lord, whimsically accept anyone and everyone as God. A responsible personality like Brahmaji refuses to be addressed as the Supreme Lord by his disciple of subordinates. But foolish persons, praised by men of the nature of dogs, hogs, camels, and asses, feel flattered to be addressed as the Supreme Lord. Why such persons take pleasure in being addressed as God, or why such persons are addressed as God by foolish admirers, is explained in the following verse. Om Agnanatimarandasya Gnananjanasalakya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamayam Datatri Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavatra Shri Rupam Sagarajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namusute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Once again, welcome to all. So, on the onset, I would like to thank my leaders for giving me this wonderful opportunity so that I can purify myself. And I also seek all your prayers so that I can speak in the line of the parampara. Thank you all. So, in this verse, how beautifully Srila Prabhupada explained the less intelligent class of men, meaning to whom Maya spread her potency over them in such a way that they are thinking that, Lord Brahma is a supreme personality of Godhead. Brahma is also saying, I am not the supreme personality of Godhead. So, what did Narada Muni ask here? He's saying, if you are Swami, whom are you meditating upon? So, Lord Brahma is saying that I'm meditating upon Vasudev, Dhimahi. So, this doubt is immediately cleared, right? So now, who are those who are thinking I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Those, Brahma is saying. So those whose intelligence is covered by the Supreme Lord, Krishna's Maya. So, another word in this verse, which is also very important, is Durjayaya, invincible, which means we cannot win over Maya, invincible. So this definitely reminds us of the Bhagavad Gita shloka, 7th chapter, 14th shloka, that is, Devi Isha Gunamahi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mam Eva Ye Prapadyante Mayam Yeta Tarantite. Here Duratyaya means very difficult to overcome. Maya, right? So, but one who takes shelter of the Supreme Lotus feet of Supreme Lord Krishna can easily overcome, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So, Maya has two important jobs. What is that? Avarnatmik. So, that is to cover the things which covers the real ones, real thing. So, Vikshape, the second one. To show the duplicate, not showing the real one, and to make one believe that this is truth. So, one wonderful example is cinema hall. So when everyone is sitting, first they switch off the lights, then on the screen they project the movie, film for a few hours, and we get so involved in the movie, in the hero, heroine, that when they cry, we also cry. When they fight, we also feel like joining them. So when in reality, all of us know that nothing is happening and he is just acting. And he's just making money. And we are spending money from out of our pocket to go and cry there. We even forget the person who is sitting next to us, right? And when the film is over, probably the person next to us will offer us something to eat. And when the person is acting, we'll never know who is. So this is Maya. We all are in big cinema hall called this material world. And we are sitting in the darkness, right? And here we start our prayers as, every day, Om Agnanatimarandasya. So we are all in this material world, and it is so strong screen. What is the screen? Our homes, our businesses, that we have forgotten someone sitting in our close to us, the Paramatma. And the film ends. When the film ends, meaning when our life ends, we don't know where to go, and we have not meditated our closest friend, Krishna, who is sitting in our hearts, right? So we need to pray to our Gurudev to remove the darkness so that we do not get caught in this big cinema hall, that we with the help of Guru, we can still be in this material world and yet not get caught in the trap of Maya. Another simple example is that of a boat in the water. Boat, everything is, when his boat is sailing properly, everything is fine. But if the water comes inside the boat, then what happens? Then we are in trouble. Similarly, we can be in the samsara sagara, but ensure that the water does not come inside the boat. What is the samsara? I, me, myself, all these thoughts, poisonous thoughts. That is what Brahmaji is saying in his verse. This is not mine. I did not create. I am not the supreme, he's saying. Now in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says in the next verse, it becomes very clear that the illusionary energy can bewilder the entire world, but still not strong enough to be able to withstand in front of the Supreme Lord Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada says that it bewilders the less intelligent. So we all know that the intelligence is sharpened by the information from Shastras and Guru, which also means that for those who have not read or heard Shastras, in the association of devotees will be bewildered. You all will know by now that around us a greater number of people are less intelligent as they do not read Shastras. And so those who do not have Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, they are less intelligent. So what happens when someone is learned in Shastras? One becomes happier. Bliss is the right word to be used here. So Srila Prabhupada started ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, to make people happier. So you can say a simple one-line formula to become happy is one has to take the shelter of Shastras. So Lord Brahma had to say that he is not Bhagavan. See how wonderful when a secondary creator himself is saying that he is not Bhagavan. However, we can see in India, no, so many we can see claiming Bhagavan to be Bhagavan themselves. They claim themselves to be Supreme Personality of God. While His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj used to say, if anyone claims himself to Bhagavan, we must simply ask him to hold a 100 kg stone on his little finger or place it on his back like Matsya Avatar and sleep. So if he couldn't do that, then he can accept as Bhagavan. So this verse, Lord Brahma clearly says it's not Bhagavan. If one has to be avatar, two things are some of them also claim to be avatar. So if anybody claims that he is avatar of the Supreme Lord, then there must have been a reference of this avatar in scriptures much before Lord's advent. Okay. And the second point is his activities must be so naturally wonderful that no one else can match it. Right? So like this, if one person claims to be one person like this, he claimed to be a Kalki avatar. So one of our ISKCON devotees asked him if his father's name was Vishnu Yash, or was he born in, or are you born in Sambalpur? For both the question, the reply is negative. Then this person told him that you are a bogus person. As it is clearly mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, the name of the parents, the birth of the Supreme Lord is all mentioned. There are some who very indirectly state that they are Supreme Lord. They say, my disciples tell me that I am Supreme Lord. So what can I do? I don't want to hurt the feeling, so I'll accept it. This is another category. Here, Narada Muni is a son and disciple and stating that you are Supreme Personality of God, and Lord Brahma did not say, oh, I don't want to upset my son, so I'll accept his statement. No, he told the truth to Narada Muni. He even quoted in Brahma Samhita 5.1. He said, Ishvara Parama Krishna. Parama means supreme. So Krishna is supreme. You may be your God, I may be God. There are many gods, but Krishna is the Supreme Lord, the God in the capital G. Nobody is above him. He is Sarva Karana Karanam, cause of all causes. So, Lord Brahma says he has the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his heart and he cannot lie. He will tell the truth that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, this verse kind of warns us that yes, you have reverence and give respect to everyone, but please do not refer anybody else other than Krishna as the God with capital G. So, we can even refer Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, some places even Narada Muni, also Gurudev as Lord, but where would there be a reference of Shri Krishna? Nobody can get a prefix of Shri before their names. Shri Lakshmi Devi or Srimati Radharani. So, in this connection, I remember a very beautiful, wonderful bhajan which is composed by our dear Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So, from Sharanagati, it is Tumi Sarveshwareshwara. Tumi Sarveshwareshwara. Prajendra Kumara. Tumhara ichaya Vishwe Srujana Samhara. Tava ichamato Brahma Purena Srujana. Tava ichamato Vishnu Purena Samhara. Tava ichamate Shiva Purena Samhara. Tava ichamate Maya Srujakaragara. Very beautiful song. It's got nearly 8 verses. The wonderful, so much philosophy in this. You can see the meaning, the translation goes like this. Oh, youthful son of king of Vraja, you are the lord of all lords. Creation and destruction takes place in the universes according to your will. According to your will, Lord Brahma creates, and in accordance to your will, Lord Vishnu maintains. Lord Shiva destroys in similar obedience to your will, and by your wish, Maya creates the prison house of this world. By your will, the living beings take birth and die, and by your will, they meet with prosperity and ruin, happiness and sorrow. The tiny souls bound by Maya vainly struggles in the fetters of worldly desire. Without your sanction, is unable to do anything. You are my protector, you are my maintainer. Except for your lotus feet, there is no other hope for me. So beautiful, so beautiful. So anybody wants to go through, you can further, you can refer that song. So very clearly it says here, very clearly, it says we should be clear, understand that Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Durga, nobody is independent, right? They all work in accordance to the Supreme Lord, right? So what is this? What is this consciousness coming from? It is from our acharyas, from our sampradayas, from our parampara, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava parampara. This is disciplic succession. See what Brahmaji's consciousness is. He's saying that he knows how less intelligent persons are bewildered by the illusionary energy of the Lord, and hence they accept anyone and everyone as God. However, Brahmaji was a responsible personality. He refuses to be addressed as the Supreme Lord by his disciples or subordinates. So we can even take our own example of ISKCON. So in ISKCON, we call all men as Prabhu. So do we like it? It is different that the other person's dharma is to call another devotee as Prabhu. So we should not feel we are Prabhu. We should feel Dasa. At least we must all feel this regularly, that we are Dasa or Dasi. At least when ask our names, we must not tell my name is so and so. We should tell I am Dasa, Dasa, Anudasa. Yeah. And we must always remember our last names given by our dear Guru Maharaj. Actually, it was Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur who started this conception of concept of addressing others as Prabhu, right? Meaning that we are actually Dasa, but we must respect others as or call them as Prabhu for respect. So that is why Guru's responsibility is ensure that his disciples receive Shiksha, Diksha and is in the path of spirituality fully. Just like our parents' responsibility is to ensure that the children are brought up in good culture, well-mannered and is able to mingle well with the society. This is the seva of the Guru or the Prabhu is guiding us, and hence we address them as Prabhu or Maharaj or Gurudev. So, Srila Prabhupada was once asked by a reporter, are you the spiritual master of the most famous singer, George Harrison? So, Prabhupada took some time and he answered, no, I'm just a simple servant of everyone. See how humble, see the humility of Srila Prabhupada, right? So, we must never forget that we are sevaks. How much ever the position we are in, yeah? See, even the position of Brahma, we'll always be reminded that we'll be sevak. Most of us feel very bad to be called sevak, but all the general public likes to be referred as boss, right? No one wants to be called or addressed as dasa. Okay, so one secret is that if anyone says that he is a sevak and always behaves that way, despite his position or power, then the Lord treats him as dear, very dear to him. Right? So now the normal understanding even in India is that Krishna is the avatar of Vishnu. Right? We must politely ask them, which Vishnu Krishna comes from? There are three of them, right? Then they will be wondering, as many of them have not read Shastra, no idea that there are three Vishnus, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, Kirodakashayi Vishnu, and Mahavishnu, right? So then Vishnu comes from Shankarshan. Where does Shankarshan come from? From Chaturyuha. Where Chaturyuha comes from? Balaram. And ultimately where Balaram comes from? Sri Krishna. So this entire knowledge one can get only from scriptures. Yeah, which when read in the association of devotee will benefit the devotee and he will be happy after knowing of this knowledge. Now we can see that Vishwarupa was shown by Krishna in the 11th chapter. So in that he showed Vishnu. If it comes from Krishna, it means that Vishnu also comes from Krishna, right? So Brahmaji is constantly ensuring that he's telling the truth and telling that this creation is not mine. Even in this sloka, when we when we are doing homas, we need to tell idam govindaya swaha, and others remitted, and the others who are present there, they repeat as idam na mama. So, so we all should start saying and practicing that everything happens by the will of the Supreme Lord. However, the foolish people raised by the men of nature of dogs, hogs, camels, and asses, right? they accept everybody other than Krishna as Supreme Lord. So one thing you can understand here, the dogs, they have one nature. The hogs have one nature. Camels have one nature and asses have one nature. But here, the foolish people, they have the nature of all these put together. Just imagine. Krishna Prabhupada is saying, right? So dog, what is dog? So all the educated people who have huge degrees and go for office to office for begging for work, they come under this category, just like how the dogs go from house to house in search of food. Then the asses, corporate world is dangerous. They hire one person, right? Give salary for two people. He's initially, of course, he's happy. Oh, I'm getting salary of two people. He's initially very happy. Then slowly they give him work of four people. If someone is taking more load than necessary, we normally call them asses. So I have seen some people who spend so much time with their computer and they lose the basic skill to communicate with people, right? Camel. What does the camel do? Camel drinks its own blood, and when it's drinking its own blood, because it is eating the thorns, and what is happening? Its tongue is getting cut because of the thorns, and it's drinking its own blood, and it's thinking it's very nice. It's feeling so satisfaction. Similarly, we are also engaged in so much of self-satisfaction and we are thinking we're getting happiness out of it. That is camel behavior. Nature of the camel. Then the nature of the hog. Only making more children and always sleeping in gutter. What does a hog do? So those who are so involved in the sense gratification and not at all bothered about what one eats is called a hog, right? So let us not have the characteristics of any of these animals. And instead, what we should do, we utilize this wonderful body of humans. Like Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, let's humble our pride and lives and die in accordance to the will of or the mission of our Gurudev, who is following the will of his Guru Maharaj and thereby following the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Sri Krishna. So thank you all very much. I would like to stop here. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Patitavan Gurudev ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Radha Vrajavilasini Mataji. That's a nice delivery. So if Radha Mataji would like to do translation, she can do. Then we can have questions. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. So Hare Krishna Mataji, very wonderful class Mataji. ಸೊ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ವ್ರಜವಿಲಾಸಿನಿ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಅವರು ಇವತ್ತು 2.5.12 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನೋಡಿ, ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಶ್ಲೋಕನು ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ನಾರದ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಏನಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಜಿ ನೀನು ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ನೀನೇ ತಾನೇ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟರ್ ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ನೋಡಿ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಕರ್ತ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನನಗಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡವರೊಬ್ರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನೀನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀಯಲ್ಲ ಯಾರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ದೇವೋತ್ತಮ ಪರಮಪುರುಷ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ. ನೋಡಿ, ನಾವ್ ಈ ಭೌತಿಕ ಜಗತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಒಡೆಯ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕೋಪ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಆದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಆತರ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವನ ಒಂದು ಪೊಸಿಷನ್, ಸೇವಕ ಅನ್ನೋ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅವ್ನು ಆಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಅವ್ರು ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಹಾಲ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಆ ಒಂದು 3 ಅವರ್ ನಾವು ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ದುಡ್ಡು ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಥಿಯೇಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಲೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ 3 ಅವರ್ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನಾವೇ ಮರ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮುಗ್ದಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಲೈಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆನ್ ಆದಾಗ ನಾವು 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಗೆ ಫುಲ್ ಇದಾಗ್ತೀವೋ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಆಚೆ ಬಂದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಆ 3 ಅವರ್ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಅಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವ್ರು ನಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅವರೊಂದು ಇಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಹಾಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಭೌತಿಕ ಜಗತ್ತಿಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಭೌತಿಕ ಜಗತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಮುಗ್ದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಆಯುಸ್ಸನ್ನೋದು ಮುಗಿದು ನಾವು ಆಚೆ ಹೋದಾಗ, ಈ ಆತ್ಮ ಅನ್ನೋದು ದೇಹ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋದಾಗ ಫುಲ್ ಬೇವಿಲ್ಡೆಡ್, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತನ ನಾಮನೇ ನಾವು ಉಚ್ಚಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವ್ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಜನ್ಮ ಯಾಕೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು, ಯಾಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಇರೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅರ್ಥನೇ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫುಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಬಿವಿಲ್ಡೆಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಇಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು, ಜ್ಞಾನ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಭಕ್ತರ ಸಾಂಗತ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಯಾರು ಪರಂಪರೆಯಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೋ ನೋಡಿ, ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿಂದ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಜಿಗೆ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಜಿಯಿಂದ ನಾರದರಿಂದ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಪರಂಪರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಆಚಾರ್ಯರ ಒಂದು ಶರಣಾಗತಿ ಕೋರಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಗುರುವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ದಿವ್ಯ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಶರಣಾಗತಿಯಿಂದಾನೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಬರುವಂತದ್ದು ಅಂತ. ರಾಧನಾಥ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಂತೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಈ ತರ ದೇವ್ರು ಅಂತ ಬಂದು ನಾನೇ ದೇವ್ರು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಲಿಯುಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಫ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಏನ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು ನಾನೇ ದೇವ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹೇಳಿ, ಒಂದು 100 kg ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಅವ್ರ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಡಗಡೆ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಗೋವರ್ಧನ್ ಲೀಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ದಲ್ಲ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಎತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಏನದು ಟಾಟಾಯ್ಸ್ ಟರ್ಟಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಇದು 100 kg ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ನ ಬೆನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಲ್ಗಕ್ ಹೇಳಿ, ಅವಾಗ ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ನೋಡಿ, ಭಗವಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನ ಲೀಲೆಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಫುಲ್ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಜಾಯ್, ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದು ಒಂದು ನರಿಶ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ನಮ್ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ರೋಮಾಂಚನ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅವನ ಒಂದು ಲೀಲೆ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ನೋಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿ ನಾವು ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಲೀಲೆಗಳು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸಹ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂಥರ ಖುಷಿ, ಆನಂದ ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅದು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ರು, ಈ ಕಲಿಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಬಂದು ನಾನೇ ಕಲ್ಕಿ, ನಾನೇ ಸಂಹಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಡಿವೋಟಿ ಕೇಳಿದಂತೆ, ಹೌದಾ, ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ಹೆಸರು ವಿಶ್ವೇಶ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀನು ಚಂಬಲ್ಪುರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾರ್ನ್ ಆದಿಯಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್, ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸಿಕ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ನೀನು ಕಲ್ಕಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅವತಾರ ಏನು, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಏನು, ಯಾವ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಇದೆ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಯಾವಾಗೂ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ನೀನೇ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಎವಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ನು ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಶ್ರೀ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾವು ಕೃಷ್ಣನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಶ್ರೀ ನಾರದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ, ಶ್ರೀ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಈಶ್ವರ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠತೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಕೃಷ್ಣನಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಒಂದು ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಏನೋ ಭಜನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವೋತ್ತಮ ಪರಮ ಪುರುಷನೇ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟರ್. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್, ಅವನ ಒಂದು ಇಚ್ಛೆಯಿಂದಾನೇ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಲಯ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ನಡೆಯುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವನ ಒಂದು ಇಚ್ಛೆಯಿಂದಾನೇ ಬರ್ತ್ ಡೆತ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಅವನೇ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಅವನೇ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಮೇಂಟೈನರ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸಮೇತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು 5.1 ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಈಶ್ವರ ಪರಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ವಿಗ್ರಹ ಅಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಯ್ತು ನೋಡಿ. ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಕರ್ತ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟರ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸಂಹಿತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಭಗವಂತನ ಹೊಗಳ್ತಾ ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಜಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಯಾವತ್ತು ನಾವು ದಾಸಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಆಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನೋಡಿ, ನಮ್ ಗುರು ಮಹಾರಾಜರಾಗ್ಲಿ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಆಚಾರ್ಯಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ದೀಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಾಸಿ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡೋದು ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವ್ ಆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ನ ಮರಿಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ. ನೋಡಿ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟರ್ ಆದ್ರೂನು ಸಹ ಅವ್ರು ದಾಸ ಅನ್ನೋದೆಲ್ಲೂ ಮರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ದಾಸ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಆಯಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಅವ್ರೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಸಮಾನ, ಆದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ನಾವು ದಾಸ ಅನ್ನೋ ಭಾವನೆ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಮರಿಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಲಾಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾವು ಡಾಗ್ಸ್, ಕ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್, ಆಸು ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಹಾಗು ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಜೀವನ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಟ್ರು. ನಾಯಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಾವು ಡಿಗ್ರೀಸ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಜಾಬ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾಯಿ ತರ ದುಡಿಬೇಕು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓಡಾಡೋದು, ಆ ಒಂದು ಊಟಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲಾ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಅನ್ನೆಸೆಸರಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕತ್ತಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಬ್ರು ಸಂಬಳ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓವರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಜನ ರೆಡಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಮನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಬ್ರು ಸಂಬಳ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 3 ಜನ ಸಂಬಳ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 4 ಜನ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನ್ ಬರ್ಡನ್ ಆಗೋದು ಅವ್ನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮೂರನೇದು ಕ್ಯಾಮಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಕ್ಯಾಮಲ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಅವ್ನ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಊಟಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಅದ್ ತಿನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ರುಚಿ, ಆ ಬಾಯಿ ಚಪ್ಪಲ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಆ ಟೇಸ್ಟ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅದ್ರ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಟೇಸ್ಟ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಮತ್ತು ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂದ್ರಿಗಳು ನೋಡಿ, ನಾವು ಇಂದ್ರಿಗಳು ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಪಟ್ಟಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯ ತೃಪ್ತಿಗಳು ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪಿಗ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗು ಇದೇನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಮಲನ ತಿನ್ನುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅನ್ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಕಿಡ್ಸ್ ನ ಅದು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಭೌತಿಕ ಜಗತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ದೇ ಇರೋದು ಏನೇನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೋ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಂದು ನಮ್ ಜೀವನನ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇಂದ ಹೋದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ಕೂಡ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪಿಗ್ ನ ಜೀವನದಂತೆನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಶ್ಲೋಕದ ಒಂದು ಸಾರಾಂಶ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾರಣಗಳಿಗೂ ಕಾರಣ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಕರ್ತ ದೇವೋತ್ತಮ ಪರಮ ಪುರುಷ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಯೂಷನರಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಮಾಯದ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿವರವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಮಾತಾಜಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫ್ಯೂ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for the wonderful translation.
Okay. Thank you, Veda Mataji. So I thank Radha Vrajavilasini Mataji for nicely giving a lot of examples. Like people, they are enamored by being praised by others, and they are getting pleasure in that. But Brahmaji, Shiva, they are not like that. They are fully aware whom they are subordinate to, who is their boss. They are fully aware. So here, in this verse, the definition of intelligent man has been given. What is the definition here? The definition is very simple. Those who understand and recognize and act accordingly that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, they are the intelligent class of men. Otherwise, they are become, unintelligent people, and because they have been covered by the invisible potency of the Supreme Lord. So another thing is, Brahmaji is very conscious of his position, that he is a dasa of the Supreme Lord. When he is conscious of position, that reveals that he is Krishna consciousness. Lord Shiva always meditates on somebody. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, he reveals it by Rudra Gita, saying that he always meditates on the Supreme Lord Krishna, not on anything else. So bewildered people, they always want to call somebody else as the Supreme. So another thing we can identify is in the sloka it is mentioned Tasmai namo bhagavate vasudevaya dhimahi yanmayaya durjayaya mam vadanti jagatguru. So Krishnam vande jagatguru is repeated by Brahmaji also here. So we keep hearing, that song, Krishnam vande jagatguru. And so this set of verses, slokas from 9 to 13, it is talking about Brahmaji's clarification on Narada's false identification. Narada was initially, he was not aware, because he was thinking that Brahma is the Supreme Lord. Now, upon all his questions, Brahmaji is answering one by one. And with his answers, it is Pakka clarified that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. No one is above, no one is equal to him. Thank you, Mataji, for your nice class. Hare Krishna. For to all of you, if you have any questions, Mataji is still waiting for you.
Thank you, Prabhu, for giving this wonderful opportunity. I just like this verse, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavad Pranam Mataji. Mataji, today's class was very nice, Mataji. And where you mentioned that to be happy in this material world, only solution is to take shelter of Guru and Shastras. And you very nicely compared our life with this material life with the cinema hall, Mataji.
Mhm.
And also, like whatever position one like we may have in this material world, these are only temporary. The only position that can be permanent is like being sevak of Lord. That's the greatest position we can have that you told, Mataji. That was very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಾತಾಜಿ, ದಂಡವತ್ ಪ್ರಣಾಮ್.
Hare
ಕ್ಲಾಸ್
Krishna,
ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಜಿ.
Hare
ನಾವು
Krishna.
ಹೇಗೆ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳ ತರ ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ರಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೀರ್ತನ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಮಾತಾಜಿ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಾತಾಜಿ.
Thank you.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಾತಾಜಿ, ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇವತ್ತು. ಹೇಗೆ ನಾಯಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಂದಿಗೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಹಸಿಗೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭು ಮಾತಾಜಿ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ.
ನಾನೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹೆಸರಿನ ಭಕ್ತಿ ವಿಕಾಸ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್, ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಶೇರ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು ಆಲ್.
ಓಕೆ ಮಾತಾಜಿ, ಓಕೆ. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavad Pranam Mataji. So nice class, Mataji. Whatever we in a higher position also, we should be dasanu, dasanu, dasanu. That point I like, Mataji. And another thing, Mataji, you recited, that sloka, that regarding
So?
Brahma. From where it is, Mataji?
Bhajan.
That,
Bhajan,
yes, Bhajan.
I will share with you, Mataji.
Yes, yes. Thanks, Mataji. Nice class.